My day starts the same most days. I'm up early and usually working from the moment I open my eyes. I've worked in the real estate industry for over 18 years now, and I would say that the majority of that time I probably worked against myself within the industry. And when I say I worked against myself, I mean I was probably looking at ways to get out of the industry and saw myself as just passing through. The problem is though, I'm actually pretty good at this job, and when I say I'm pretty good at this job, I mean that I'm pretty good at helping people realise their dreams. It's not just about the money for me. I've always been one of those people who wanted a career that allowed me to help people, a job that gave me the warm and fuzzy feelings at the end of every day, and a career that actually made a difference in people's lives. And I felt that the real estate was just not an industry that would facilitate that need.
One word to describe Sue would be compassionate.
Awesome, supportive and friendly.
Compassionate.
Enthusiastic.
Well, she's energetic. She's got energy, and focus is that she doesn't get distracted.
She's just real.
A professional salesperson.
I won't stop at just amazing. I'll keep going.
Down to earth.
Enthusiasm.
Natural.
She's amazing, yes. Yeah, I agree.
After a few years though, it became apparent that I was in this industry for the long haul, because one year turned into another and another, and then that year turned into another, and so on. Over the years, I've been mentored by some of real estate's best trainers, and one of the most common pieces of advice I received was, Sue, you need to find your why, to be truly happy with what you do. Now, everyone around me seemed to have their why quite quickly. Generally, it was an overabundance of cash and things, and I struggled with this question, funnily enough, for years. I came to realise that the reason I struggled with this question for so long was that I'd taken it pretty seriously. I knew what my why wasn't. I knew my why was not about money, and I knew that it was about making a difference in this world, but I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do this in my chosen career path, and I guess that's why I procrastinated with the answer to this question for so long. When I met Nicole Hims, my business owner, I knew that her business was a perfect fit for me. Her LJ Hooker office had built such a name of trust locally, and Nicole and her team had serviced the local community selflessly for years, so much so that they'd won numerous awards for community service. Our values were the same, our vision of how we could come together to help build an even better community was the same, and my spark had been ignited, and so began the start of my journey to my why.
When I first met her at an open home, I was overwhelmed and excited to have met her, and at that point had said that I would love her on my team. She has very similar values, integrity, and just a very good community person and a very good real estate agent, honest and ethical, and an absolute pleasure to work alongside with, and she's very inspiring to me as a leader.
Over the years, I've helped thousands of people realise their dreams. I've been fortunate enough to be invited into people's homes to celebrate in many of their wins, been around at some of their lowest of lows, been a confidant, a best friend, their chosen advisor, and sometimes even helped them find employment.
And we had very limited time. And it was then that I said to Sue, look, I've got no idea about plants. And she said, let's go to Bunnings. And we rocked up down at Bunnings. I met her down at Bunnings, and she just got that trolley and got all of the plants and said, right, we need one of those, and laid it all out for me in the middle of Bunnings, and people were looking at us going, what on earth are you doing? I'm like, that's my real estate agent, good stuff.
Can I do my job well? Most certainly. Do I care about your outcome? Absolutely. And what about the community at large? It's my passion. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you my why. It's you, your journey, our journey together, and the difference we make every day to so many people when we come together for common good. When you work towards something greater than yourself, you find meaning and purpose. You find your why. I'm not in the business of selling homes. I'm in the business of helping my clients achieve their goals, making their life a little easier during the process, and helping put a smile on their faces while doing so. At the end of every day, you've got to be happy with what you're doing. Once you get the formula right, great things start to happen.